Hi, I'm Norleen, and in this video I'm going to read another chapter of my old fanfiction Xanna. Content warning, it's got some really old and outdated humor. Let's get started! Chapter 11. Whoa. It's already a trippy title, everyone. I don't get it. When I talk to Fanero and his friends, Cosmo and the others don't understand me, and when I talk to Cosmo, Fanero can understand me. I just don't get it. What's going on? Xanna asked herself as she sat on a dead tree stump, away from everyone else who were just sitting on the ground staring at each other. I don't know. This is the first time we've met the Alliance, so I just don't know. I'm gonna try to get them to talk to each other. Xanna got off of the stump and walked over to everyone. Khadga, could you try talking to Makoki, please? Khadga didn't say anything. Fanero lightly elbowed him. Khadga folded his arms over his chest. I'm not talking to any more filthy horde, he said, saying filthy horde as if it was the worst swear that there was, like he had been doing since Xanna awoke from the cocoon. Fanero rolled his eyes. I'll do it, Xanna. He smiled. Xanna went a little weak in the knees from hearing him say her name, and she mentally sighed a dreamy sigh. Izzy shook her head and smacked Xanna. Ow! What the hell? No, I agree with Izzy. That didn't last very long. It was like one chapter of them not flirting with each other. That's just out the window now. Because anime. Stop daydreaming and get them to talk to each other. Xanna glared at Izzy for a second, but quickly returned her attention to Fanero. Thank you, Fanero. The handsome night elf smiled some more. No problem. Xanna looked away so she wouldn't go weak in the knees again. Fanero frowned a little, but remembered that he was supposed to try to talk to her horde friends. He cleared his throat and looked at Makoki. Hello, how are you today? Xanna looked at Makoki to see what would happen. What did he just call my mother? Makoki jumped to his feet and tried to tackle Fanero. Ah, what'd I say? Fanero shouted and scooted away from Makoki. I don't know. Xanna turned to Makoki, who had to be held back by Oxel and Gishpek. What did you hear him say, Makoki? He called my mother a fat, stupid, ugly-ass man-cow. No, he didn't. He was just saying hi and asking how you were. Oh, yes, he did. Makoki yelled and summoned a fire totem. Xanna pulled a dead tree branch out of nowhere and smashed it back into the ground. Smack, smack, smack. Makoki, calm down, Gishpek yelled at his friend. Wait, I have an idea. Oh, now you come up with an idea? You know, after I've been rescued from the spiders? Shut up and listen. Fine. Xanna mentally folded her arms over her chest. What's your idea? Get the stud to talk to the sack of beef again, but listen to it as if you were talking to the fairy. Okay. Xanna looked at Fanero. Fanero, could you say that again? Why? So this cow can kill him? I knew it. You do want to kill us, horde scum, Khadga accused. No, this is another test. I'm not gonna let Makoki kill any of you. Now, Fanero, just please say that one more time. No! Khadga protested against this so-called test. Okay, Fanero said. He looked at Makoki and cleared his throat again. Now listen to him as if you were talking to the fairy. Xanna mentally nodded and pretended to be listening to Cosmo. Your mother is a fat, stupid, ugly-ass man-cow, Fanero said. See? He said it again! Makoki tried to get free from Oxel's and Gishpek's grasp so he could beat up Fanero, but failed. Let me go! He continued to struggle to get free. Xanna hit him on the head with the dead tree branch, knocking him out cold. Damn, everyone said. Oxel let go of Makoki, leaving Gishpek to drop to the ground with the 400-and-something-pound Tauren. Xanna, what's going on? Why is that night elf calling Makoki's mother a man-cow? I don't know. I need to go think about this some more. Xanna turned away from Oxel and went to go sit on the dead tree stump. Help! Gishpek said as she walked away. He was still being crushed by Makoki. Oh, oops. Sorry, Gizzy. Oxel walked over to Gishpek, who was slowly losing consciousness. I don't get it. Why would the guys hear Fanero say that? I mean, he's a nice guy. Even if they could understand each other, he wouldn't say that. Xanna looked at Fanero. He was trying to help Oxel get Makoki off of Gishpek, but Khadga pulled him away and said to not help the filthy horde. He's too nice to say something like that. You don't know if he's nice. He could be acting. He is not acting. Whatever. Just check the book. Maybe there's something about talking to each other in there, Izzy said as she watched Oxel and Moxa trying to pick Makoki up off of Gishpek. They weren't doing so well. Xanna pulled out the library book and began to look for something about how the Alliance speak. She looked and looked and looked, but couldn't find anything. I can't find anything about how they speak. Izzy looked away from everyone trying to pick Makoki up and looked at the book. She couldn't find anything either. Guess the people who wrote this book decided to not interview an Alliance and write about how they talk. It's probably because they would have been killed or killed the person they were interviewing. Xanna looked back at the others. They were still failing at picking up Makoki. How come they can't understand each other but I can? Maybe it's because you're half night elf, Izzy said as she watched Ezekiel get crushed by Makoki's left arm. Boss, I can't breathe! breathe! Yes, you can. You're just breathing beef sweat, Moxa said as Ezekiel tried to squirm his way out. After a minute, he stopped squirming. I don't think he's breathing anymore. We'll focus on that later. Right now, we need to focus on why they can't talk to each other as priorities. Izzy rolled her eyes. If you want them to talk to each other so much, then teach them how to talk to each other. Zana gasped. Izzy, you're a genius! I know, she said, not paying attention to Zana, who had run up to her and gave her a kiss on the cheek. Ah, it burns! Based off something I actually did with my cousin.